So now this week we got
Actual longer playlist.
we got Drake Scorpion.
Get over here.
I don't know what the scorpion noise is. Okay, that works. You know, I was thinking the real scorpion, like the stinger. But did you listen to that yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
All
okay.
25 tracks
So now he put out a double disc in this era of
of 7-track albums.
yeah, you know,
Some of them
777.
old school, like Tupac.
I mean, well, Black Thought gave us 5. I think we talked about that already,
Yeah,
though.
we
We
did.
talked about Black Thoughts already. What else came out? Something else came out, too. I'm trying to think what else dropped recently. But Scorpion came out. Talk about Scorpion for now. What did you think of that? So I know you're not a huge...
I'm not a huge Drake fan, but at the same time, I'll give the guy props when he's deserved it. And DJ Chuck, you know.
Oh, J-Rock Redemption. You listen to that yet?
I heard half of the album. I like half of it. So
Yeah.
half I heard so far. I love
Okay. Yeah, J-Rock is good money.
But Chuck, shout out Chuck.
Chuck Murdoch.
He did say on his Facebook post, there has not been one Drake album that's been good. And
Ooh.
I
I don't
actually,
think I can agree with that.
that's what I'm saying. I don't agree with that. I think his first album was phenomenal.
I think his first 3. I think the mixtape. What was the mixtape called? It wasn't October's very own.
Thank Me Later? No.
Whatever the albums, the first 2 albums and the mixtape. I like
But yeah,
those.
Those I would say have been good. Now I may say Drake may never had a classic album.
And it depends on who you ask.
Right. Of course, you ask any female, they gonna love him.
I think the closest thing he had to a classic was the second album, which was I think the one he was writing. I can't remember the name, so I'm gonna look it up right now because I'm not good with the names of, you know. Somebody say it. So Thank Me Later was the first album. Take Care was the second album. I like those albums.
Thank Me Later was hard. I like that. I mean, I remember us playing that shit the whole time. I joined the
So Far Gone was the mixtape.
right.
That was the mixtape. That was what put him on the map with Best I Ever Had,
Right.
and stuff like that. So that was the mixtape. I think that was a pretty good body of work. Successful. Best I Ever Had. He had a lot of Trey Songz influence on there.
A lot of singing. A lot of singing.
A lot of singing, and then Take Care. Thank Me Later was the first album.
Yeah, that had Fancy. That had him with Jay.
It had some good songs.
Light
Yeah,
Up.
he had The Dream on there. He had a lot. Yeah, I think a lot. The joint with Jeezy, Unforgettable.
Right.
I like those songs.
Right.
Those, I was feeling Drake then. Take Care, whole nother level. I think that if anything is a class, if anyone can be called a classic, that's the closest one.
That's probably the closest.
I don't think it's a classic though.
You're right, but it's not. It's not. I mean, again, it depends on who you ask. like
Yeah.
you said. But as for present day Drake, Scorpion, out of 25 tracks. Now, remember I was saying the average is about if you have a 6-track, if you have a 7-track album, 6. If you have like one bad, you know that's still not a good. That's still not a really good unless you look at the percentages. Until you get the Scorpion, when you have 25 to choose from, and I still only say 5 out of 25 are good. I give 1/5 of the album good.
So Drake got the best
1/5.
7-track album this summer.
Yeah, but if you want to put no, you gonna put his album against Black Thought. That's 5 tracks.
Oh, Black Thought pretty much. I mean, Black Thought. I don't think you skip anything because
You don't skip
He's
Black
just
Thought.
rapping though.
Yeah.
he's just rapping. Like, he's not even. I think, no pun intended, more thought was put into Drake's
See what you
album
did there.
because Black Thought was just rhyming.
See what you did there.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But even though his name was Black Thought, but I think he had some depth to it.
He
But
bars.
it was just like put a beat on, rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it's a little different. But I get your point though. I think I made like more songs than that. I'm strictly side A. Side B is the sappy music that,
Side B had Michael Jackson in it.
to me, I think that was The Weeknd, and they auto-tuned his voice. Somebody said it was a It was never before released, like something he sung at like an interview or something like that. And Drake got the clearance for it I don't remember from
Damn
where.
shame he gives the clearance, but Tiana's hell can't get no damn clearance.
Well, I don't know who she was trying to clear, but it was different. You know, I don't even know who owns Michael's estate to these days, because I don't think the family has it.
Really?
So, because when his mom passed away, whatever, I think some things got shooken up.
And then dad died.
Yeah, now that, so I don't know who has the estate, but whoever cleared that, you know what I'm saying, they was like, sure, Drake, sure, no problem. Here's Michael, you know, threw that on there. But I think I like more than, you said 5?
I like 5 out of 25.
The intro Survival is pretty cool. It's not his best intro though. I think he's had better intros. He's like
memes that come up with
he's
those
like
hilarious.
Jay-Z. They are big on the intro tracks, the outro tracks, you know what I'm saying, like telling, you know, a book,
Right.
having a book of come in with a bang, like okay, and then so but this intro wasn't really hitting to me. The second and third tracks I skip. Emotionless, to me, is the best song.
It is the best
out of
song.
25.
It is the best song on that.
Ironically,
Thank you, pushing.
yeah, because he called it emotionless, but he's emotional through the whole song.
It really is.
And I feel like the whole side A, the whole album for the most part, is talking to Pusha T and clearing up, not the blackface because he already released a statement on that, but the baby,
I didn't want
his girl.
How that line go again?
It's a lot of empty threats of what I would have did. I was about to, but nah, because
But I'm gonna be grateful.
you know what I'm saying? Because he said that one of the lines. He's like, I was about to, and it's like, he's about to do what?
You about to cry. That's what you were.
Because Jay Prince told us, he was about to release a song
I don't even believe all
that was
Jay
going to do.
Prince
Yeah, I don't feel it. But I think Emotionless is hard. I think I like when Drake raps like that, just a simple bass line beat, and he just flows on it. Go. God's Plan, never was a big fan of it. People love the video. I'm upset. It's terrible. I don't know.
I always find it, but you know what I find it the funniest about the arrangement of that. It's how you go from Emotionless, talking about your son, and then go to God's Plan, saying talking about
I don't love nobody but my baby, my mama. Yeah.
It's like, dude, like you just went from talking about your son to now just saying
And now he's upset.
only my mom.
I'm emotionless,
And
but now I'm upset.
Like, dude, who was your arranger? That's bad composing.
And then a lot of these songs sound like fillers to me. 8 out of 10, it's very short. Mob Ties sounds like Young Thug wrote it.
Yep.
Can't Take a Joke, I don't get it. Sandra's Rose I like. Again, that's him talking about another line that Pusha T said about his mom always coming in second place and da-da-da. So he's like, but I'm her baby, I'm her prize.
Right.
My mama loved me, I'm Sandra's Rose and did it. So it's like a lot of this was talking to Pusha T. So like you said, thank you, Pusha T.
Yep. You should give all credit to Pusha on this album.
Talk Up with featuring Jay-Z.
Jay.
Now I was shocked to see Jay-Z on a Drake album because they've been throwing
Yeah, they had
subliminals at each other.
because especially going back to when Jay only let Drake do the hook on that.
Yeah,
on that.
and then now they was completely off of the song when the album came out. So yeah, but interesting enough is 2 things I noticed. One, Scorpion is on Tidal.
Yeah.
2,
Which is
yeah, you see what I'm saying? I always look at the money. Scorpion's on Tidal, and Drake in one of the songs mentions after this album, my deal is done. So I don't know what deal he's talking about. Cash Money, Young Money, you know.
He's on his way out.
Is it right? Is it the Apple deal?
Yeah, he did say OVO, basically independent, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? So he didn't elaborate.
Right.
So he said after this my deal is done. So I'm like,
I think that's no more baby.
right? Or is it just the Apple deal? Because it could be the Cash Money deal because Wayne and them just settled whatever they settled. We don't know the full details of that.
Right.
It could be Wayne got his deal and his artist, Nicki, Drake. It could be more to what Wayne got out of that deal. So because I think Wayne's gonna be released now under Universal, not Cash Money.
Oh, we still waiting for Wayne though.
I'm just talking about the money. I'm talking about the money right now. I'm not looking. Count to 5 is. I'm not looking for it. But I'm just saying, for Drake to say after this album done, that also shows why he made a double disc.
True.
Because that counts as 2.
True.
It's 25.
Kind of like Tupac.
Yeah, it counts as 2, which was right. Pac was trying to get out of his deal.
Yep.
Big was trying to get out of his deal.
Yep.
So a lot of people do the double discs to get out of it. All right, I owe you 2. They either do the double disc or they do a greatest hits. You know what I'm saying? So he did the double disc because truthfully, 25 songs is not out of his realm. He's done 21, 23 tracks.
Right.
He always does a lot of tracks.
I mean, I think he was trying to do like Chris Brown, had 40, but he couldn't.
I mean, because again, a lot of these sound like he just made them just since the Pusha T beef. So he might have only had about 12, 13. Then he was like, I got more. So
Well, no, we know he ain't saying I got more.
He said, y'all heard that?
Y'all got more, right? All right, thank you.
He might have wrote some of this.
But he might wrote one verse.
But yeah, so but back to Talk Up. What you think about that song? What do you think about Jay being on there? What do you think about all that?
It was a hard song, and I think Jay bodied him.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. I think Jay bodied him on his own track.
I
Just like Jay bodied him on Light Up.
Right. Now, I tweeted that the other day. I said Jay got him on Light Up, but I said Drake got him on Pound Cake.
He did.
And people came at me.
So they think Jay had a full sweep. All right.
People saying 3-0.
Hey, but that's...
I want everybody to
Comment on
comment.
that.
Let me know. Because some people already comment on my tweet when I posted on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, but I think it's 2-1. I'm not saying Drake killed him on Cake, but Pound Cake was definitely lackluster. I think that was when Jay was going through some things. I think that was when
That could have been.
Becky was still calling him, and he's like, not now. She found out. Solange just hitting on me, like, I'll call you back.
Comments and flow a little bit.
Yeah, so I think that might have been, it wasn't what we getting from Jay nowadays. But yeah, I think it's 2-1. But I think Jay saved that song because I think Drake's verse was real.
It was.
The beat was real.
But that's what I think Drake was after the whole damn album.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Like I said, side A is my side. To me, I feel like you could. So it's always the running joke: can you play Drake? Can you not? As a man, I could play side A when I'm going to pick up Shorty. She get in the car, you put side B on. I think that's how it works. I don't know if that was his intention, but I think that's when y'all going out, when you're going to meet your homegirl, your girlfriend, whoever, you put side A on when you riding, going to get her.
But
so when she get in, you flip that over.
Like,
next
that's probably like. I mean, I gotta look at the tracks that I like, but I remember after hearing what I thought sounded like another intro, which I looked at my phone, it really was another intro. I like 3 tracks from side A, 2 tracks from side B. I don't know the names like that.
Right.
I know Emotionless. I think all the songs for his son, like the last song on side B, I like.
March 24th. Yep. March 14th. March 14th.
Yeah.
But
like,
it's funny. Sorry to cut you off, but again, talking about the sequencing, the track before March 14th, track 12, is called Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
He talking about like a dream he had about smashing Shorty, what I want to do to her, what I want to get, what I'm going to do to you, tie you up, all this sexual fantasy stuff. Track 13, so we got a kid now. And yeah, and I met him today, and found out he's mine. So it's like, was the fantasy Shorty, and then fast forward, damn, I should have pulled out on that one.
My man went J. Cole to the full level. Man.
Yeah, that was interesting
real.
to me. Those 2 songs back to back, I was just like, Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that. I mean, yeah, March 14th definitely, is an interesting song because one, that was when he found out.
Right.
That was, I guess, when the DNA test came back or whatever. That's when he was like, all right, well, this is what we're gonna do. Because he said it in he's like, you only met her twice.
Right.
So it really was a jump off. So he's not even trying to have a relationship with her. It ain't like, I'm not trying to get to know you. You got my kid, so we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna do this. How we gonna do this? I really don't like you though.
You're a porn star, and I went raw dogging you.
Yeah, and he wasn't the only one. I mean, ASAP, James Harden.
You know that
I don't mean to name names, but y'all was out there.
Yeah, we know who you are.
You know.
Side note, have you heard ASAP?
I heard that too. It's all right. It's all right. I'm not a big fan of the album.
His Harlem.
And I'm a Harlem dude. I mean, that's why I listen to it. I like a couple songs. There's a song in there where he shot out a bunch of projects and housing buildings in Harlem, and I knew all of them. I was like, yeah, I knew a shorty from there. Yeah, I used to hang out there. That's my peoples. We play manhunting there. I was like, you know, so I was like, I know the buildings he was talking about and stuff.
Because you might as well say it now, because in about 10 years, it's going to be all gentrified. You ain't going to know any of these buildings pretty much.
They're going to be called something else.
So you might as well have this song now while you
But his album's okay. There's a couple songs I could listen to on there.
Right.
Nothing great, nothing crazy, but it was just alright.
The other day at work, we actually had not me, but a collective group of us had a I want to say a heated debate.
Okay.
Or it was a testy
Should have called me. I came through the camera.
I wish I could, but I probably had to find a way to get you on the scene. But
all right, well, I would have slid you the camera, and I would just edit it.
It was basically about it's about Drake and Pusha T. And
okay, so we open up the can of worms again.
And there was a dude that was riding super hard
for Drake.
And I'm like, dude, like, are you serious? Like, you going, like, are you on his team? Like, so I had to ask the question at the last. Like,
is he also hiding a child?
The hell
Maybe he can relate?
The hell if I think he said that because there's a certain girl he likes, and it made it seem like if I ride for him, then I'm going to get some extra points, and that really was not going to be the case.
So from now on, we call them dudes side B dudes. Use a side B.
That's what I'm going to say, right?
You ride that hard, you a side B.
You know, but it's like like one of the questions that spawned from it is Drake can't take an L. Drake can take an L lyrically. Like, he took an L against Pusha.
When we say can't take, what do you mean by that?
Because no matter what Drake does, he's still gonna make money, and that's true.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
true.
But
no matter what he does,
same thing like Jay-Z. When Jay took the L against Nas, you know what's funny? I just thought about just saying that.
You said Jay took an L against Nas.
He did take an L against Nas.
I think Jay won that.
No.
Yes.
He admittedly did not win that.
Yes, he did.
And that's what I'm about to break down for you right now. This album, Scorpion, is Drake's Blueprint 2. Not lyrically, I'm not comparing them to. I am not saying. I am not saying. What I'm saying is, what did Jay do on Blueprint 2? He had to explain the. You know, he went through the whole on the song Blueprint 2. He went through the Uchi Wally Wally. So he took the L, but he said even in defeat, it's a valuable lesson learned. Drake is doing that whole thing on this album. He's telling you, he got me. He opened up some can of worms. I gotta face my kid. He's explaining, you know, all that stuff he mentioned. Let me tell y'all. So here's what. So all right. So boom. So this is his Blueprint 2.
Jay did do a lot of explaining.
That's what I'm saying. So he admittedly took the L.
Okay.
Jay admitted it, and it came out time later, but we're in an era now where things move faster. So it was only a month ago that they were beefing. Drake and Pusha was beefing.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Right. But listen to Blueprint 2 again. A lot of it is about
admitting
the beef, and even a song specific. So the song Blueprint 2 might be Drake's Emotionless. You know what I'm saying? You know, but because that was deliberate. That was strictly, you know what I'm saying, you know, this is with whom you want to place your faith and all that. So I put dollars on. He was doing a lot of explaining on that song. Emotional. I lost, but let me tell y'all something. He still ain't, you know, but look at the dude. But why? He said come on, like, y'all still love me, right?
But, you know, but it's like, you know, in terms of Drake and Pusha, it's like, Drake should definitely know he's not in the same stratosphere as Pusha as a rapper.
Well, he thought he was for two reasons. Because everybody hyped him up because he beat Meek.
And because he went against Common.
Pusha T didn't reply on Two Birds with One Stone.
Right.
So he was gassed up.
Which he should have not been.
Right. He was smart enough to avoid direct competition with Joe Budden. He knew that wasn't. It was
a smart move.
He was smart enough to avoid that one. He's smart enough to not directly mention Jay. They throw their shots back and forth, which leaves them to make a song. You know what I'm saying?
Because they see money in it.
Right.
Jay not stupid enough to pass it.
And we know they went in the studio together.
Right.
Jay wrote that last week because he mentioned he mentioned XXX Tentacion. He mentioned that which just happened. So we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But you know, he sent that verse over to him. Drake called him and was like, "Yo, I got a beat with the sample because they got the Dope Man sample."
Yep.
When you gonna talk dope, you can't call Pusha T. So who else you gonna call? You know what I mean? You call Jay-Z. So,
yeah,
but I think, and I'm sorry, cut you off, but when you said that about your argument and stuff, I'm like, yo, thinking about it, Scorpion is Drake's blueprint too.
I can see that. I can see that. I mean, not in terms
the focus
of
the focus, the content of it, and what its purpose is. You know what I'm saying? It was the I took the L, but I'm still got my fan base. I still know my truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this dude for such and such reason because he mentioned he said a line in there about Push. I can't remember. It was like a quick little subtle line, but a lot of it was answering all the stuff that came out. Right. Because even with Jay, it was like, he had to backpedal because of Super Ugly. His mom made him apologize. He went too far. He realized. Now he actually went far. Nah, I don't think he went too far, but his mom said he did. Drake spent a lot of. I was gonna go too far. I was gonna wreck. Ooh, you lucky, cause I had it. I was about. You know what I'm saying? So. And the funny thing about it is,
don't hold me back, Jay Prince.
Right.
Don't hold me back.
Nah, son. Ooh, he saved you. He saved you, cause I was about to kill you.
Don't hold me back, son.
And it's funny, cause the album is called Scorpion. He's a Scorpio astrological sign, but the album's called Scorpion. Nothing stings on it.
Nope.
You know what I mean? There's no stinger. You know what I'm saying? But he again, it just proves, like you said, he took the L, and that's the problem. You can take an L in a battle.
Right.
And then move on.
Right.
And that's the problem with kids today. You can take an L in a fight.
They don't want to take it.
And dust yourself off and live to fight tomorrow.
They want to.
Right. You got to be able to just go head up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you take the L, but people are going to respect you for standing up for yourself. And that's the problem with kids these days. Nowadays, where everybody shooting and or in gangs.